Hey everybody, Jen here, Gen X website design and strategy. And in this video, I am going to show you how to customize and embed this really cool Google review widget by Common Ninja into your Squarespace website. And be sure to watch until the end where I share some tips for collecting more of those coveted Google reviews. And also a really great resource showing you exactly the right questions to be asking your customers and clients when you're offboarding them. I'm going to include a link below this video that's going to take you directly to the widget. And then what you can do from here is try it for free. You can use their AI tool down here at the bottom of the page, but I am not going to use it. So the first thing I'm going to do is get rid of it just because I don't want it to clutter up my canvas here. Copy and paste the URL of your business from Google to display its reviews. Now, if you're impatient like me, you're going to try this a couple of times, a couple of different ways, and you're going to get it wrong. So what I urge you to do right now is to pay attention and not make the same mistake that I did. Now, if you do get stuck, you can click on here and read their help page, which was what I ultimately ended up doing and solving the problem, a common problem I have called operator error. But I'm just going to show you what to do. You can either just search your business in Google and then click on the map, or you could just go to Google Maps and locate your business. Then you're going to go down to reviews, and then you're going to copy the URL. So go ahead and copy that and paste it right here. Submit. Great. And then there they are. And you do have some options here. Everything is pretty self-explanatory. You can even choose the minimum rating, which feels a little bit like cheating, but I'm happy to say I don't have to do that because mine are all 5 stars. I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of this because it really is very self-explanatory and I don't want to waste your time. I am going to go over to the look and feel because I really do like these options. I am going to choose this one. I'm actually recommending this one because I don't want my visitors to have to scroll and scroll and scroll in order to see all of the reviews. But you can choose how you want this to look. So you can have it look like this, or you can have it look like this, or you can have it look like this. I'm vacillating a little bit between this one and this one. I think I'm going to go with this one. But then I can actually customize these colors to match my brand. In my case, I think I'm just going to leave these the same, but I will change the primary color. Under the Advanced tab, you can decide how many reviews you want displayed. You can choose a font, but what I really want to do here is turn off the animation because it is so annoying to your website visitors when they are trying to read something and it keeps moving. I almost never recommend scrolling text on a website. Then under the Custom tab, you can get pretty specific about how you want this to look. Now, I'm not going to fuss with it a lot personally. The only thing I changed here was the header button because all of the buttons on my website, they look like a pill. They're in the pill shape. So all I did was under borders, I adjusted this so that it is in that pill shape. The other thing I do on my website is in the buttons, my text is in all caps. So if I go to typography, there is this drop down here that gives me even more options, and it looks like I can do a text transform. So I'm going to do that. So now it's in all caps. So those are the only changes that I made. But as you can see, you can really customize this. So play around with it until you get it just how you like it. So just jumped over to the general settings, and you have a lot of options here as well. And you can just play with this until you get it how you like it. Personally, I want to keep a lot of this stuff here. Some other options here in Common Ninja, which I've never actually seen anywhere else. That doesn't mean that you can't find these features with other widgets, but I haven't. This is the first time I've seen it, so it's kind of cool. One option is to activate AI, and I'm going to generate content here. So when I activate this, when someone's on my website, they're going to see my reviews, but they also have the option to select top features and then select these items. So I actually think that this is pretty cool. I think I'm going to do it, at least for now. Why not? I'm going to go ahead and save these changes. Let's see what other cool things can we do. All right, I've selected integrations and it's been thinking for a very long time. So perhaps there aren't any integrations, but if I select email, it will actually generate a widget that I can put in my email as it says right here. So that's kind of cool. I'm going to save the changes and I am going to publish it. Copy this code and then I'm going to go over to my website and embed it where I want it. All right, so this is the page where I am actually going to embed this widget. And I created this page specifically for businesses in New Hampshire because I live in New Hampshire. This page was built to help me optimize for local searches. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and embed this. I'm going to add a code block and I'm going to roughly position it where I would like it to be and edit it. I'm going to highlight all of this and I'm going to paste the code that I just copied over from Common Ninja. Let's see how this works. Very cool. Very, very cool. So there it is. Now, if I select top features, I can also see this information. This is really great. This is really great. And my website visitors can just arrow right through these. I'm looking at this now and I'm like, do I really want people to know that these were written two years ago? I wonder if there's a way that I can update that in Common Ninja. Let me try. I'm back in Common Ninja, and these are the settings, and I can very clearly see that I have an option, show review time. So I'm going to toggle that off, and look, it just disappeared. So let me save these changes. I'm going to come back over to my website and refresh the page, and look at that. I don't have to re-embed it. It just automatically makes the change for me. And then if somebody's on my website and they want to leave me a review, although that would be a very strange way to leave me a review, I actually do have tips for how to get more reviews. I'll show you in a second. But if I select leave a review, then it actually brings somebody to the place where they can leave me a review. I was just mentioning that I have some tips for getting more reviews, which you can find right here. And this is actually a guide that is going to show you exactly what questions you should be asking your clients and customers after you have done business with them. They ask the right questions that produce the best testimonials. And you can put those testimonials in your marketing. You can put them on your website. Typically, the way I do it is I actually have a page on my website where I ask all of these questions. And then when my clients submit their form, they automatically get redirected to leave me a Google review. So I will also leave a link to this below this video. All right, you guys, I hope you found that helpful. And if you did, please give this video a like, consider subscribing to my channel. Maybe share this with someone who you think could use some help with this. And remember, web design is really fun, but without a strategy, your beautiful website is only going to get you so far. Thanks for watching.